Hey, what's up, guys? So, this story I'm going to share with you is one that I had no intention of ever speaking about. I saw no purpose in speaking about, and I was actually convinced by a female friend of mine that I should share the stories for the principled, the moral, and the honor issues that apply. Okay, so I decided I'll share with you. A lot of you are not going to believe this. Sounds like it's amazing and it's made up, but I assure you, like everything else, this is true, and there are people who were there and who could verify this. Okay, so 3 times in my life, I was offered money to spend the night with and obviously sleep with females. The first time it was in Atlantic City. Okay, so I was living in North Jersey at the time. I had my own house I was renting, and I had a girlfriend who worked for the Atlantic City Police Department. Okay, she was way older than me. I was at the time 19 or 18 even, and she was 37. So she was a way older woman for me, but we were with each other, and we were spending our time split up in my place and in her place down there. So I'd go down there and stay down there for some time. She calls me one day and tells me that one of the police officers, a female police officer from Atlantic City, told her that she said, listen, I want to pay you and your boyfriend $3,000 for him to have sex with me. Okay, just to have sex with me, and that was it. So she called me and asked me, and she's like, so, I just wanted to tell you, if you want to do it, it's okay, you could do it. I was like, that's crazy. No, I'll not do that. That's fucking nuts. And so that was the first time. The second time it happened was when I was living in California. I was training at Gold's Gym in Fullerton, where I also worked, okay, in some capacity. I went out there on a business venture with my wife's father, and he bought that club and many others. So I was working there, training there, and my friend was the manager of the spot. That same friend actually was the one that was in the car with me and my wife in that crazy car chase story that I shared with you guys earlier. He calls me one day and he's like, yo, listen, bro, one of the gym members wants to talk to you. And I said, about what? He's like, I'm not going to tell you. She told me, but I'm not going to tell you. You talk to her. I was like, come on, man, what the fuck it is? What is it? He's like, listen, bro, you work for this company also. You work for the gym. You should talk to her. It's like, all right. So he kind of suckered me into talking to her, implying that maybe it was something work-related. So when I finally talked to the lady, she's like, I want to offer you $10,000 to sleep with you. And I was just fucking blown away and amazed. I was like, where the fuck did this come from? That is crazy. And then she started rambling on about how she has a son that she wants me to meet as well. I'm like, right away I'm thinking, this lady's got problems. There's no fucking way I would do that. She continued to bother my friend, the manager, and calling him and asking him if he could work it out and convince me, or if she needed to come up in price, and obviously never going to happen. All right? The last one is the one that is the craziest of all. Okay? So this happened here in my physical work location at the building here, and it's involving a friend of mine who is a contractor. So this guy's a general contractor. He did a lot of work on both my houses. He did work on my building here, and we became friends over the years. So one day he calls me and he's like, yo, bro, can I ask you a favor? I said, yeah, of course. What? He said, I have a business meeting with one of my clients, and she's in your area, and I'm also in your area. It'd be way more convenient if we can meet in your office rather than back in our spot. I said, yeah, of course. That's no problem. So I allowed them to come in. They had a meeting. Obviously, I said hello. I met the person. He introduced us, and they continued on. So a couple of days later, he calls me, and he's like, yo, listen, man, you're never going to believe this. He's like, the lady who I met with, whom he was building 2 houses for. Okay, so she had a lot of money. She had inherited from a divorce or something. So my friend is building 1 house for her and 1 for her son. So he says to me, she wants to pay you $50,000 for you to spend the night with her. And I'm like, what? That's fucking crazy, man. I said, you serious? He's like, yeah. She's dead serious. I was like, nah, man, that's crazy. Tell her no thank you. Tell her I'm flattered, but no thank you. I don't do stuff like that. And then he called me a couple days later. He said she went up to $100,000. I was like, what the fuck? Wow. Again, no, I'm good. I'll pass. He called me the last time, and he's like, listen, bro, the lady keeps fucking calling me. She said she'll give you $150,000 to spend one night with her. Okay? You can get drunk, you can get drugged up, do whatever the fuck you want to do. One night with her, $150,000, and she's gonna give me the money in cash in a bag to give to you before it even happens. So you'll have all the money in your hand beforehand. I'm like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it. And so there's a few people I mentioned it to. You know, one of them is my brother. One of them is even my own father, who I was speaking to at the time. I ran into. I shared it with him. Obviously, my wife knew about it, and the couple friends of mine I told. Every single one of them, except my wife, told me that I should do this. They're like, man, you're fucking crazy. You got to do this shit. We would do it for way less. One guy told me, man, I'll do it for $500. He's like, send me instead. And they all couldn't understand why I wasn't doing this. My own family members were saying that they would do this. My own wife always supports me and allows me to do whatever I want, basically. And when I told her, she said, baby, listen, if that's something you want to do, I will never stand in your way. It's a lot of money. You could do whatever you want to do. And I said no. I could not do it. I could not even consider it, guys, honestly. And when I said no to him, he told her, and she's like, well, how much is it going to cost? What's the price? And I said, there is no price. It will never happen. I will never, ever be bought. I will never, ever prostitute myself. And it just can't be. It's not going to happen. You know, I'm very exclusive in who I share myself with. And when I do, have a physical relationship with someone, it's for a reason and it's something special. It's not money, okay? It's not bullshit. It's not one night stands. And the point of the story that I wanted to share with you is that everybody around me, all the men that I've ever shared that story with since, have told me that they would have done it in a second. They don't even fucking hesitate saying, that's crazy. They'll do it in a second. They joke and say, hey, call her back now and tell her that I got a friend and he'll do it for way less. And I didn't understand. Why am I the only one who's feeling like that's crazy? I would never do something like that. Ever, ever, ever. And it was one of those times in life where I realized that some people are just built different. I operate with honor in mind first. With God in mind and honor in mind, okay? And had I done that, like everybody was encouraging me to do, I would have lost all respect for myself forever. Every time I looked in the mirror, I would have remembered that I'm a fucking whore, that I'm a fucking prostitute, and there's a price where if somebody pays enough money, they can do whatever the fuck they want with me. That will never, ever happen. And on top of that, if I did it, there'd be one person out there who at any time can reveal that and share that with everybody. And all my stories, all my attempts in helping people, all my mentoring, all my honor and dignity could be vanished and wiped out in 1 second when that lady shared that story. Because there's no way that I could have argued and defended my actions. Okay? So I'm sharing this with you guys because I thought you'd be interested in hearing it. It's something that's fucking crazy in life. But at no point was I ever going to do that, guys. No way. No matter how bad I needed the money, no matter how desperate my situation was, I would never, ever do that. Some of you guys are going to think I'm fucking crazy. Some of you are going to think I'm stupid. But I'm interested in the comments, please. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you soon.